to I Love This Thing So Fricking Much, a podcast about passion. My name is Sophie Katz, and today I am joined by Kaitlyn, my roommate. Welcome to the show, Kaitlyn.
Thank you, Sophie.
So, here is how this works. Kaitlyn will have 3 minutes to talk about something that she loves. This can be a person, place, thing, concept, activity, anything she wants. Our only requirement is that she loves it wholeheartedly and wants to tell us why. Are you ready, Kaitlyn?
I'm ready.
Excellent. Got my timer here. Now, what do you love so fricking much?
What I love so freaking much is Knoebels Amusement Park. It is in Elysburg, Pennsylvania. It is a camping ground / amusement park / water park. It has a miniature golf course inside of it. It has a big golf course outside of it as well. They have festivals. They have Christmas and Halloween festivals. So I used to go there when I was a kid. We would go every summer for a week. In August, of course, because, gotta go the hottest month. So it'd either be really hot or rain all the time. Either way, you never lost out. It would be 3 families, mine, and then 2 closest families of ours, family friends, and it'd be a huge group of us of like 30 people. We would take campers, some had RVs, tents we would pop up, and you would just stay there the whole week. You'd be able to walk around. They had like bathrooms you had to go and shower at. You would make fires with s'mores and I want to say like hot pies. I forget what they're called, but just awesome stuff that you'd be able to do at the campground. You'd be able to ride your bikes if it was raining, if you couldn't get on rides. So in the amusement park, they have wooden roller coasters that are awesome. They have this old carousel that you can grab rings on the outside. You'd have to go on the outside of the carousel and you would see how many brass rings you'd be able to get. And if you get a gold ring, you would get a free ride on the carousel. They had these antique cars you'd be able to ride on, and it'd be underneath one of the wooden roller coasters. So the coaster would be going as you're driving underneath of it. They had these other little antique cars there. It was a kid ride, but it's my favorite ride, and I don't care how old I am, but I get on it every time I go there. It's like a little antique car that they used to drive around in, and they have it on a track, and you just pretend you would be driving. The actual big antique cars you actually do drive, but that is also on a track too, just to keep you so you don't go off course. They have a small kiddie roller coaster, which is really good as well, and then they have this ride, the Whip.
Go ahead and finish your thought.
The Whip is also a really good ride to go on as well. So yeah, tons of rides, huge water park, huge pool, sliding, water slides. Yeah, it's an awesome place to go for kids, grown-ups, anyone. It's a great place.
That's awesome. Thank you for telling us about Knoebels today.
You're welcome.
Wow, it sounds like this place has everything you could possibly imagine to want to have in the park.
It really does. It really does. Like, even inside the water park has like, it's a huge pool. It has a playground in it as well, like this huge playground where you can, it's just like as long and as big as a house. Like it's massive. They have water slides. They have like a kiddie pool. It's just like somewhere where you can go relax and just enjoy. It's free to go in.
Wow.
Don't have to pay. Yeah, you can just go and walk around if you want to, eat food if you want to all day. Yeah, there's a restaurant. They have a restaurant there. They have a miniature golf course. It really is. It's just the best of all 3 worlds. It's my favorite place in the world.
I bet you had lots of great adventures there when you were a little kid.
Oh yeah. We would see, on the roller coasters, we would see how many times we could go on it in a row.
Oh no.
Yeah, because at night it would get less people, so we would just keep going on that thing, and they would just let us because they were awesome like that. Yeah, we went on a couple roller coasters like 8 times in a row.
Mm-hmm. Would you call yourself like a thrill seeker then, since you were little?
Oh yeah. Yes, but getting on roller coasters, I used to hold my breath, and my mom would just make me go on roller coasters with an adult friend of ours, and I would just like hold her leg and hold my breath at the same time. So I guess you can say she sort of got me over that hump of like being scared of going downhill stuff. But yeah, after that, I fell in love with roller coasters.
It sounds like your love of this place is also all wrapped up in your love of your family and your friends that you went with.
Yeah, it was just, we went with the same 3 families. I mean, I brought friends along when I got older in like grade school and stuff. But yeah, it was just, we did it on the same week every summer with the same 3 families. And it was just the best time in my life.
You mentioned the campgrounds. Did you ever stay overnight?
Oh, yeah, we would stay for a week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we would stay for a week. So, we would get, when we get there, we would get tickets at night, and then we would get wristbands they have during the day and during the night. They also have a haunted house there, which is awesome.
Is that year-round or just Halloween?
No, it's year-round. It stays there. Yeah, and it's like, because I've been on it so much, you sort of know what's gonna happen, but at the same time you don't, because you don't remember where it's gonna pop out at the creepy things. So yeah, that's good as well, because it's like a haunted house. Like, it's so strange to have that there, but yeah, it's a good time.
Tell me about, you mentioned there are festivals throughout the year there.
Yeah, so they have Christmas and Halloween stuff, and then they also have, at the end, like in September, I believe, or October, they have a really big festival. They have like craft fair almost, vendors that come in. Yeah, just sort of different types of stuff that you can see that you don't usually see at regular amusement parks.
You mentioned that you always go there in the summer, but you also mentioned that there was like Christmas events. Did you ever go different times of year?
The only other time that I went was for like this fall festival. That was the first time I've gone to that one. I do want to go to the Halloween and the Christmas one, but I've never gotten to it yet. So hopefully in the future I'll be able to go.
Is it a different experience now that you're, an adult, but still going back with your family?
No, because every time I go back, I feel like I'm like the same kid that went back as I was younger. Yeah, it's like I never left. I mean, I've worked at other amusement parks, and I've promoted Knoebels at these amusement parks, and just because it's just a really great family place to go, and it's free to get in. You don't have to worry about that, and it's just, you can sleep over at the amusement park, and you don't have to worry about all that stuff of paying a ton of money and stuff like that. And they have games there as well, arcades. It's a good family, wholesome, fun time of going to this place.
It sounds like a hidden gem, because like when people think about amusements and theme parks, there are like 3 or 4 really big ones that immediately come to mind. Like, I'm just going to leave that, I'm not even going to say, I'm going to leave it to the listeners to just have it in their head right now. And then there's this other place that sounds like it has everything anyway.
Yeah, and not a lot of people know about it, and I mention it. Like I said, the amusement parks that I've worked at, I've mentioned it to everybody just because a lot of the amusement parks, you gotta pay to get in, and then pay to do games, and pay to do rides and other stuff, and just a lot of money. In this place, just, you sort of don't have to worry about as much as you do at these other amusement parks, and you can relax at this place. You don't have to worry about so much as you do as these other amusement parks. Yeah, it really is. It's like in a little place in Pennsylvania, and it's woodsy and nice, and it's awesome.
Is there anything that you don't like about Knoebels? And if so, how do you handle that?
There's nothing that I don't like. I do have to say, a couple years back, I heard a rumor that another amusement park was going to buy it that was close by, and I was really upset when I heard that, because the amusement park that was going to buy it, I don't like nearly as much, and it would have just destroyed it. So I'm so glad that that didn't happen. Honestly, I've been thinking about writing to the owners of Knoebels and just saying how much that they mean to me, and that like they aren't changing, because the way that they have stuff right now is just, how they need to have it and not change because other amusement parks are changing their stuff.
That sounds like it would be a real love letter to this park.
Yeah. Like, honestly, I've also thought, like, whenever I get married, I could have my bachelorette party there, and I would not care. Like,
oh, yes.
My bachelorette party, I would love to have there. Yeah, that's how much I've thought about this place. It's a part of my heart that, has caught me.
Kaitlyn, thank you so much for telling us about something you love today.
You're welcome. Yes, I love Knoebels very, very much.
And thank you, our listeners, for tuning in today. Don't forget to use the hashtag #LoveThisThingCast to tell us about the things you love. I Love This Thing So Fricking Much is a production of Through the Window Media. This episode was directed and edited by Sophie A. Katz. You can find us at Through the Window on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, or Tumblr. That is THROU the Window at all those social media sites. Be good to yourself, be kind to each other, and you'll hear from us again soon.